I asked an AI coding tool to build me a spam filter. It built one, so I gave it this: a comment that screams scam, free Bitcoin, a Telegram handle, a shady link. The tool's own AI was 99% sure it was spam, and the filter left it up. This is part 2 of an experiment. I'm building the exact same app, a YouTube comment moderator, with 4 different AI coding tools, one at a time, and comparing what they actually produce. Same spec, same test video, same features. The only thing that changes is the tool. Fetch 50 comments, triage them, search, summarize the themes with AI, and the hard one: detect spam and auto-hide it. Part 1 was Google's anti-gravity. It built a working app in 75 minutes, and it made 4 mistakes that no review I'd seen had mentioned. This time, it's Cursor, the most used AI coding tool out there, running its own model, Composer 2.5, on its default settings. Same brief. It built the whole thing in about 35 minutes, half the time, and, spoiler, the inner code. So why does this video end with a scam comment sitting in plain sight? Stick around, that's the interesting part. First thing I noticed when it finished: the app looks exactly like the one Anti-Gravity built. Same layout, same dark cards, same filter chips, and that's not a coincidence. When you give two good tools the same detailed spec, they tend to converge. The interesting differences aren't on the surface, they're in the code, and in how the tool behaves while it builds. So that's where I spend my time reading every file and watching the decisions it made when it thought the job was simple. That's the whole point of the series. The stuff that separates these tools is invisible until you go looking. So let me show you what Cursor got right first, because it got a lot right, and then we'll get to the scam. Small thing first, but it sets the tone. When Anti-Gravity set up the project, it created the file that holds your secret API keys for you. Cursor didn't. It created a template, .env.example, with the variable names and no real secrets, and then asked me to create the real one. That's the correct way to do it. Your actual keys never live in a file the tool generated, and it told me it was doing that. All that thought, disclosure, because it comes back. Here's the bigger one. In episode 1, I accidentally pasted a video ID with junk on the end, a timestamp parameter YouTube tags on. Anti-Gravity silently rewrote my input behind my back to fix it. Never mentioned it, so this time I did it on purpose, to every tool, and watched. Cursor threw an honest error. Then, when I asked it what happened, it explained exactly what was wrong, told me how to fix it, and it didn't touch my data. Where Anti-Gravity quietly mutated my input, Cursor caught me and handed it back. Opposite instinct. And on something like input handling, I'll take the tool that tells me over the tool that helps silently. It wasn't flawless. Its example fix actually dropped a character and gave me a 10-character ID instead of 11. So even when it's being helpful and correct in principle, you still check the details. That's kind of the theme of this whole channel. When I asked it to build this AI summary feature, I let Cursor pick which AI to use. Choose Claude. Worth noting, Cursor makes its own model, but for the app it reached for someone else's. No home team bias. We'll see if the other tools do the same. But the first model name it wrote was dead. That exact ID was deprecated back in April and retires in a couple of weeks. The API rejected it. And this is the same mistake Anti-Gravity made. It tried to call a model that didn't exist either. Different tools, same blind spot. Their knowledge of which AI models are current is out of date the moment they ship. Difference was the recovery. I pasted Cursor the error and it fixed it in one pass. Swapped to a current model and explained why with the depreciation timeline. Mostly right. It said the old model was retired. It's not for another couple of weeks. It's deprecated. Small thing, but I only know that because I checked, instead of taking the tool's confident explanation at face value, which, again, is the entire job. Now the spam feature, the hard one, the one that broke Anti-Gravity. My instruction was explicit. Talk me through the design first. I wanted to see its thinking before it wrote a line. It ignored me. It just built it. That's a real mark against it. When a tool overrides a direct instruction, that's the autonomy everyone praises showing its other face. It decided it knew better than my sequencing. So I braced for the code to be a mess. And here's the twist. What it built unprompted was the exact fix Anti-Gravity talked itself into and then failed to ship. Anti-Gravity spam filter hit 2 genuine comments, real people, gone, because it let the AI's opinion override everything. Cursor's design makes that mathematically impossible. The AI score is capped at 55% of the total. So a comment a human wrote that the AI wrongly flags can't be auto-hidden on the AI's word alone. The two tools were given the same problem, the obedient one got it wrong, the one that ignored me built the safer thing. And it works. I fed a real, slightly clumsy fan comment, the exact kind Gravity was at risk of hiding. Score of 1, left alone, so I'm sitting here thinking, this is the best version of this feature I've seen. And then I tested it properly. The test video didn't have much real spam in it. It's a big mainstream channel, mostly genuine fans, which means the filter had never actually been asked to catch anything. It had only ever been tested on its ability to not hide good comments. So I added a scam. On camera, the most obvious one I could write. 70. The threshold to hide is 75, so the single most blatant scam I could construct, free crypto, fake urgency, a Telegram handle, a shady link, stayed up. And here is why. Because this is the whole story in two numbers. The AI, the smart part, scored at 99. It was certain, and it was right. But the other half of the score, the simple pattern matching, the part that checks for spam words and dodgy links, gave the same comment at 35. So I read that code. Two problems. 1. Its list of dodgy web domains includes all sorts of shady ones, but not t.me, the single most common scam link on YouTube, and the filter doesn't see it as a link at all. 2. Its list of spam phrases only matches exactly. My scam said free Bitcoin. The list has free crypto. Close enough for any human, invisible to the code. Limited time only. The list has limited time offer. Missed. It caught the 3 exclamation marks and the phrase DM me, and that was it. 35. And because that week's score is 45%, it dragged the AI's correct 99 down to 70, below the line. The safeguard that stops the AI from wrongly hiding a real comment also stops it from correctly hiding a real scam. Same mechanism, both directions. So put the two episodes together. Anti-Gravity's filter was too aggressive. It hits genuine people. Cursors is too cautious. It won't act on an obvious scam even when its own AI is begging it to. Both tools wrote careful, confident, well-organized spam filters. Neither one actually works. The hard part was never the scoring, it was the threshold, and neither of them got it right out of the box. I want to be fair, because Cursor genuinely earned it on most of this. Every API key is handled server-side. None of them leaked to the browser. Anti-Gravity logged one of mine 3 times in plain text. Cursor didn't. The common text is rendered safely, no injection hole, where Anti-Gravity left one open. The error handling is generally good. It scored the comments in the right order. Scam highest, self-promo in the middle, real fan lowest. The judgment was correct, it just refused to act on it. This is well-built software with one badly calibrated dial. And you'd never know, it looks finished, it looks professional, until you test the one thing it's supposed to do. So, Cursor. Faster than Anti-Gravity, safer than Anti-Gravity, cleaner code on almost every line that matters, and it told me the truth when it could have stayed quiet. But it overrode a direct instruction, and the one feature I'd actually rely on, the spam filter, does not fire. Same verdict as last time for a different reason. Word using, word code reviewing. And that's the thread of this whole series so far. These tools don't fail by writing obvious garbage. They fail by writing confident, plausible, professional-looking code with a gap you only find by testing it. 2 tools in, 2 spam filters that look great and don't work. In opposite directions. Next up, Codex. OpenAI's tool. Same app, same scam, same test. Will it pick its own model? Will its spam filter actually fire? I genuinely don't know yet. That's the fun of it. Honest reviews, no hype. See you in the next one.